Hello guys, and welcome back to another Cavcast. Today we are carrying on with our fantastic Jurassic Park series. Thank you everybody for all your warm comments. I'm really glad that you're enjoying the series so far. Lubot's here with me as per usual these days. Say hello, Lubot. How you doing?
Hello.
You
thanks.
okay?
Yep.
Fantastic. So, a couple of things have happened in the cultivator room which we will show you guys very, very shortly. But first things first, Lubot. First things first. I put a door on the museum, look. Look, it's the ZooCast museum. It's the official ZooCast museum. So then nothing's actually changed inside apart from some lighting and some please don't touch signs. And obviously the main kind of like thing is still there with our first item, which is the broken skeleton figure. Still don't have anything else more rare, unfortunately. But that's all kind of like nice and sorted. So any really interesting things that we find will go directly into there, which is very, very cool. Now, we've been down to the quarry. We've got an almighty God Lord stash of iron and bits and pieces. I've got enough stuff. We did get a few biofossils from doing another whole section of land again. So I've got 44 biofossils, some relic scraps, some stone tablets. I have 64 iron stairs and 64 blocks of iron. I think Lubot has some as well. I've also got some milk buckets, which will become very clear as to what they're for later on. But I've also got a silky jewel from Tinker's Construct, because we're going to need some grass. Now, silky jewels are actually relatively easy to make. I'll show you the recipe on here if you guys are actually interested in finding out about it. It's an emerald surrounded by silky cloth, and silky cloth is made by getting an aluminium brass nugget wrapped in string. So it's not the most expensive thing in the world. I had those sort of bits and pieces just knocking about at my house, to be honest with you. So what we're actually going to do as the very first thing is I'm going to whack down this. You probably don't know what this is, Lubop. This is a tool forge, and in fact, I just thought of what we can do with the blue room. It can be where all the other mod experiments go, so we can put all of our Tinker stuff and things like that in here.
Oh, right, yeah.
This room has become a bit smaller since we were here last, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. So I'm just going to plonk this down here. And then I'm going to plonk down the tool station as well. We don't actually need both of them, but we can just use the part builder on either of them to do what I want to do. So I'm going to take my shoe. It still has 2 modifiers remaining on it, and one thing that I'm going to add to it is a silky jewel, which basically means that it becomes silk touch. So it's now got a silk touch built on it, which is really, really useful. So what I can do is now I can head outside to the main kind of like part of the entrance of the actual Jurassic Park Zoo itself, and I can start using silk touch on grass like this. And you can see that actually it's just going straight into my inventory there. I'm getting grass and I'm picking it up directly. Because what we're doing today, guys, is we are building up the hatchery area, which is going to require something nice for the actual newborn dinosaurs to live on. Because that's right, guys, we're going to start cultivating our DNA into eggs, and then we're going to start hatching our eggs into real-life dinosaurs, which we can then take out into some new habitats that we'll be working on slowly but surely. Now, I've got around about a stack of grass, so if I need any more, I can always come back out again. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll take another line worth just from here, and that'll probably be enough temporarily, and I can work on getting some more in the meantime. But anyway, since we've been gone since the last episode, Lubot has been a little bit busy. I think you've been spending a lot of time looking at the comments, haven't you, Lubot?
I have. It was a huge response, actually. You got loads of comments.
So thank you very much.
To name my dog.
Exactly. Thank you very much to everybody so far who has put your names in so far. It's very kind to see you all getting involved with all these different names and bits and pieces. They're all very, very good names. I think Lubot had a couple of favourites, and then have you actually chosen one that you're going to definitely use as well?
I think I have, yeah.
Okay, so keep the one you're going to use a secret, but why don't you give a couple of our viewers a little shout out to the ones that you thought were quite good.
Well, there were some really, really good names. People like the standard names, like Jasper.
Jasper? That's a good dog name.
Beethoven, obviously,
oh, okay.
you know, from the old...
I like Beethoven, yeah. That's what you'd have to call one of those basset hounds, wouldn't you? You have to call it Beethoven. Oh, there's a spider inside. How did you get in here? How did you get in here? Bailey, take him out. Thank you. Good job. So that's why you want a dog. That's why you want a dog. Because they take out spiders. I don't know how that happened. That's really weird. It's really light in here.
Must have snuck in when we came inside.
Yeah, must be. Anyway, any more?
Bebot.
Bebot?
Sort of,
Oh,
more out
Bebot.
ones.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some people were suggesting German names. So I had a good think, but
Yeah, Hansela. I kind of think that, I mean, if these names are the ones that you've rejected, the one that you've chosen must be really, really special. But I tell you what you're going to have to do. Why don't you just keep it to yourself for 2 seconds? Have you got the doggy charm on you?
I do, yes.
Right, okay. If you want to just basically right-click the ground with that charm there, that has made a new doggy. Do you see? Do you see the doggy? Do you see the doggy?
It looks pretty cool.
Isn't that awesome? So this now is, I believe this is your dog already. I'm not quite sure. I think that's how it works. Now, what you need to do, if you get rid of the doggy charm out of your hand, if you right-click on him without anything in your hand, if he sits, then he's definitely your dog. Yeah, he is your dog. Okay. So that'll make him basically sit down. Now, if you right-click again, he'll get up again. And why don't you walk over towards the museum and see if he starts following the way that you're going. Yeah, he's definitely your dog. There he is. Perfect. Okay, that's all sorted. So, the first thing you need to be a good dog owner is to take a few of these. Now, you're going to have to move out of the way because the dog will actually steal them. There you go. A few of those. They like raw pork chops, so I'll give you a few of those. You've basically got to try to keep his health nice and high, but he doesn't currently have a name yet, so you can't feed him. So, what we're going to have to do is give you a couple of things to look after your brand new dog. And one of the first things you need is a stick. And one of the second things you need is a plank. But that'll come a little bit later on. So, here is a stick. If you right-click on your dog with the stick, then there is quite a lot of bits and pieces that might be a little bit complicated and overbearing for you.
Okay, I'm not beating him with the stick, am I?
No, you right-click, not left-click.
Okay.
Right-click. That's it. Come on, good dog trainers. So there's loads of information coming up in front of you, isn't there? You see at the bottom of that page, you've got the bit that says new name.
Yeah.
If you want to type in the name that you've chosen for all the viewers to be able to see, and then we'll be able to find out what you've decided to call him.
Momentous occasion. Here we go.
Spark! That's a good name for a dog.
Spark.
Good job. Now, do you know the name of the person who suggested Spark? Is it in your notes there?
That was suggested by Bree Woods.
Bree
quite a few
Woods, awesome.
suggestions, and I absolutely loved Spark. So,
Everybody has given some really great suggestions, and the awesome thing about this show is that we're going to have to name a whole load of animals. So don't worry if you didn't get a chance to name the dog. There's going to be loads more animals coming very, very soon, so don't worry. Now, the next thing is, do you like the colour of your dog's collar? Red. Do you like red? Is red a thing for you?
I quite like red. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, well that makes that very, very straightforward. The next thing that you can do is you can use a piece of wood to open his inventory, but I don't think your dog will actually have an inventory yet. You can try. If you take a piece of wood and just right-click on him with the piece of wood, the wood plank.
He has no doggy backpack.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay.
Okay.
So what you're going to have to do, and we'll have to make some at some point, is get some doggy treats.
Okay.
Now, doggy treats. Basically, there's all different types of them, but the starting ones are made by some wheat, some sugar, string, bone, and gunpowder. And basically what you can do with that is if you go back into that stick menu, you can start to upgrade your dog with different kind of attributes. Like, for example, my dog has Rescue Dog, which means that if I'm at critical health and a dog with this skill is following me, it will attempt to heal me half a heart per level in this skill. So basically, my dog will heal me 2.5 hearts if I'm in critical danger, and also I have inventory space as well. So there's loads of really cool things that you can do. We'll obviously take a look at that a little bit later on, but at least you now actually have a spark, so we can. In fact, I wonder if I've still got any of my throwing bones anywhere, because that would be quite cool to be able to show you how that works. But I don't think I have. We might have to save that for another day, but at least you've got your dog now, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
One thing that you can do as well, if you go into that menu with the stick, is it should give you the option to tell the dog whether or not it wants to be aggressive, which basically means that in this mode, the dog will follow you and attack anything that attacks you or you attack. Berserker, which means he just goes crazy, or docile, not doing anything, wandering. Tactical, an aggressive, blah, blah. So I just basically put him on aggressive. So he'll attack anything that tries to attack me or that I attack, which is the best way of doing it.
Okay.
So that he'll basically protect you and look after you. So Spark is now really happy and doing very, very awesome, I think.
A clever boy.
Very, very good name. Very good choice. Okay. So if we head over into the cultivator room here, I can show you the progress that I've made with the cultivators.
Right.
Now they're all inside here. Do you see all these fantastic machines here?
Yeah, they look great.
Right, so they are very, very complicated machines, but basically the way that they work is you put in some DNA, and then you put in some sort of biological matter like meat or anything sort of like fleshy or sort of biological, and then you can then use that to actually create an egg or something out of it. So it's very straightforward, but at the same time it's actually quite complicated, really. So what I'm going to do is which of the dinosaurs is the one that we already know stuff about? Is it the Leopodron?
The Lipleurodon.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've actually got a Lipleurodon DNA. So seeing as we already know what that dinosaur is all about, we'll take this DNA and we'll use it as an example to show you how this works. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So if we head over here to the cultivator, if you right click on there, I'm not sure if you'll see what's going on, but basically I'm putting the DNA in that slot there. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Perfect, right. Now I could put things like pork chops in there, and that will start working, but what you'll notice is that sort of like, basically that's like the DNA bar, or like the biological matter bar, and that will slowly go down, and when I say slowly I mean actually quite quickly.
Right.
So what you actually want to do is always make sure that there's either a reserve of the sort of food inside there, or give it something much better, which is a milk bucket. A milk bucket will always do a DNA. So what I basically do is put a milk bucket in each one of these, so that when we have more DNA to look at, we can then use those milk buckets, and it will just automatically do it for us, which is awesome. So I'm just going to turn these on, because we're going to be obviously doing some bit of cultivating stuff. There we go. So they're all kind of like now pumping away. And essentially, you can sit here and you can see that Lipleurodon, or Liopleurodon, that's right, I think I got there. It's currently slowly progressing across the bar. Now, it's going to take a little bit of time. So the best thing that we can do is head over to the analyzer room and see if there's any new information whilst that's doing its thing, because it might take a little bit of time, unfortunately, because these things do sadly take quite a lot of time. You've been watching the Cast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to us if you like what you see. That way I'll know to make more, and that you really like me. So, you've been watching the Cast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos.